It's time for Ryan's Roses. Let me read the email, and then we'll grab Adriana here. So, Ellen, it comes to us from Santa Monica.
Yes.
And as a public service, if you think someone's cheating on you, send us the story, and we'll see if you want to go on the air. She thinks her husband is cheating on her. Mm-hmm. She says, for the 4th of July, we had our annual big block party that we all put together. During the party, my husband received a text from one of the neighbors across the street, a woman who's also married with 2 kids. It said, hoping to experience some fireworks today. Now, that is telling. You don't say that unless you mean that.
Right. And 4th of July and fireworks.
Yeah, and by the way, that's not how you text about real fireworks.
Right. Right.
You call them the fireworks.
Exactly. But these are some
fireworks
without
the? Mm-hmm. Different fireworks.
What did you see on the 4th of July?
It's interesting you say that.
Because we weren't together on the 4th of July.
I went to some place to watch the fireworks, and I couldn't see.
The fireworks. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch fireworks.
You make them.
Oh, my God. Can we please stay in the moment?
All right.
So she says the girl texts her husband, hoping to experience some fireworks today. She goes on in the email to say, I noticed that she was sort of following him around all day, too. It took all I had to keep it together because I didn't want any drama at the block party. Since then, I've been looking through his phone. Nothing new. She had no reason to text him that at the party. All this has been eating me up inside. I just need some answers. All right, let's grab her here. Right. Adriana, thank you for coming on. Hello. So I don't like this text because Ellen and I were saying, if you text somebody the fireworks, by the way, he shouldn't be getting a text from her anyway.
Right.
But if you text someone the fireworks, that makes more sense than just fireworks. Because fireworks, we know what we're talking about, right? The fireworks are actually, that's the 4th of July spectacle. But fireworks, that's intimate.
It's very intimate, and I'm really worried, which is why I called you, because I listen to Ryan's Roses all the time, so I know that sometimes, like, a small thing like this is actually a big thing, and I'm just really, really worried.
Tell me about this woman. What do we need to know about her? Does she seem vindictive?
I mean, I don't really know her very well. Like, we both have kids and, like, young, and they go and they'll play together, and we're in the same neighborhood, but we certainly don't hang out with each other.
God, it would freak me out to think that while I'm away, my husband is going down the street, or even worse, she's coming into my house. She's so close. It may make me crazy.
Is there a chance, a possibility that perhaps at a play date, an anonymous play date, they met, they bonded, not in a romantic way at all, but that's where they got each other's phone numbers? Because if you said you didn't find anything else.
No, Balin, who cares? It's the text.
Right.
So whatever.
Okay.
On the phone numbers, I mean, he got a text from her, and she says fireworks without the.
The, right.
I'm having trouble keeping it together. Like, I've been looking at his phone, and, like, I haven't.
And nothing new, though?
Nothing new. But he's also been, like, protective of his phone. Like, I don't know if he noticed me always looking at it, but, like, he's not leaving it anywhere now. And she had no reason to text him while he was at a party.
Well, I'm going to give you 2 things, and then we're going to make this call, because 2 really big issues for me. Number 1, the text.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the text.
Okay.
Why does she have to text him while he's at the same party as she's at?
And she followed him.
No, it's sneaky. Yeah, exactly. But it's sneaky. It's intentionally sneaky, and I don't like it. Adriana?
Yeah?
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to call him. Here's what we're going to do, Adriana. We're actually going to bring Patty in here. And Patty works at a flower shop. We're going to offer him some roses from that flower shop. We want to see who he sends them to. And also what he writes on the card. Because it's not only the who, it's the sentiment as well.
Yeah.
It's the what, right?
Yeah.
So good luck, sweetheart. How long have you been married?
Oh, we've been married for 4 years.
And you have kids?
We've got 3 kids.
3. And
this other woman has 2 kids.
Mm.
Yeah.
What's her name, this other woman, the neighbor lady?
Her name's Blanca.
Blanca.
Okay.
All right. Patty, you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. Hang on one sec, Adrian. We're just going to put you there and then be very quiet. We're about to dial your husband, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Hello? Who's this?
Hi, Paul.
Yes, this is Paul. I don't recognize this number, though. Who's this?
Paul, my name's Patty. I'm calling from Flowers and More. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just opened a flower shop here in Santa Monica on Broadway, and I'm calling five customers to send them a free bouquet. I can actually.
Oh no, thank you. Is this one of those things where you have to give your credit card or something?
No, not at all. I'm actually just I'm offering you this free service where you can send this bouquet to anybody you want today at no charge. I'm also including the free delivery for you. They're beautiful red or white roses, you choose, and you can send them to whoever you want today at no charge. I'm also including a note that you can yourself write. Well, actually, I'll write it, but you just tell me what you want to put on the note.
All right. Is it quick? I just gotta hop off in a sec.
Yeah, it'll be really quick. Just give me the address. Okay. Tell me if it's red or white roses, and tell me who we are sending the flowers to, and they're on their way.
Yeah, just you can make them out to my wife, I suppose. Her name's Adriana.
Okay. And what do you want to put on the note?
Maybe, honey, I'm coming home, because that's what I'm always saying to her when I'm on the phone in traffic.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen Kay.
Hi.
I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we've got your lovely wife, Adriana, on the line. She was just calling to wish you a happy day.
I appreciate what you're doing, but I actually can't let it go. I thought I could let this go, but I really need to get an answer about this text.
All right.
It's really sweet that he's
That's
doing
fair.
that.
Your wife asked us to call you, Paul, because she's concerned about you and a neighbor named Blanca. She thinks that maybe something's going on with you and Blanca because you received a text, and I will quote, hoping to experience some fireworks today, end of quote, from Blanca. It's not great that you would receive a text like that, and you're at the same party as this woman, and she's texting you. Seems sneaky. What's going on, Paul, between you and Blanca?
Oh, well, I can tell you flat out, there's nothing going on. I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I didn't mention anything about the text message, but clearly you found it.
Why is she texting you that message? It seems strange, wouldn't you say, Paul? Two married people.
Ryan, it was strange to me too. This isn't something that I pursued. I was the recipient.
Right, but why is she texting you that? What would open the door for her to even feel like she could text that?
Oh, I think it's something to do with her husband, Angel, who, I don't care that I'm saying his name on the radio. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Her husband, Angel, they've been having trouble for the last 6 or 7 months, and we've lived in this neighborhood for a while. This has kind of been our homestead more than theirs. And I sort of looked at this as she's blowing off some steam, or she's trying to get attention or something. I didn't want to make a big thing of it.
Well, has she made other advances toward you?
On the 4th of July, because we did this block party, and everybody, brought a dish to pass, one of those things. She was showing a lot of attention and kind of being a little
flirty,
grabby, I would say. But
Adriana, let me let you chime in. Do you believe that nothing's going on with this woman and your husband? I mean, you're listening to him explain it.
I mean, I want to trust my husband. I've never had a reason not to trust him before, so I do have to give him that. But I don't know why you wouldn't talk to me and tell me that this was going on, because it's weird. I mean, our kids play together. She's our neighbor. I have to see her face, all the time. So if there's something going on, or she just starts to get weird, I need to know that. I need to protect my family. I need to protect my kids. You can't hide anything like this from me. If nothing's really going on, there's no reason not to tell me.
No, and you know what, Ryan? She's right. She's right. And had I been able to do it all over again, had I been given a round 2 or a do-over, I would have told you. I think it was as awkward for me as it is you. Trust me. It's very strange to suddenly get advances from someone who just the day before you're waving goodbye to in the driveway. It's not something I ever thought about.
But it is something that you would instantly share with the love of your life and your wife and your partner in life, you would instantly say, oh my God, this, like, Blanca's hitting on me.
You know what? My wife, Adriana, is exponentially better looking and more of a woman than Blanca is, so I did not feel there was any threat or temptation. If I had felt there was a real threat or that I was going to make a poor decision, then maybe we would have sat down.
Okay, Paul, we're going to let you go. Thank you very much for chatting with us. Adriana, it's just us now. I don't think there's a chance that your husband's cheating on you.
All right.
I really believe that, and I'm planting my feet in that.
Okay.
I wish he would have said, hey, Blanca's hitting on me.
I do too, but I just think that after hearing him, I don't think there's a shot in the dark that he's cheating on you.
You could gavel now then, Ryan, if you want, or you could hear from other people.
Luck. No.
Right.
I could gavel, but I'm happy. I'll gavel. Not cheating, and I'll also hear from people.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, that's good.
800-520-1027. But that guy, it doesn't have a cheating bone in his vocal cords.
I agree.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. This is a public service if you are having a tough time in your relationship, can't figure out what's going on. Send us the story via email, and we'll try and get to the bottom of it with you. Emily's on the line. Emily, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so we're going to read your email here. It says, my husband got a call as we were going to bed last week, around 11 o'clock p.m. He left the room to take it, and when he came back, he looked as if he had just seen a ghost. He didn't sleep well that night, I could tell, but he said it was just work stuff. The next morning, he tells me he has to go to San Diego for at least a week for a conference because someone had canceled. That seemed weird to me, so I called the hotel after he left. He does have a reservation there, but they said they were not aware of any conference with my husband's company, his job, or anything. He's still there, and my little boy tried to FaceTime him last night before going to bed, and he didn't accept it. I want to know what's going on. I don't know of any conferences that last a week.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. It's usually 3-4 days, right?
Yeah, they're not an entire week for the most part, unless you've got to go in and set up and then host the conference and then break down. So, Emily, there seems to be something that is strange about this. Is this the first time you've had this feeling?
Well, I love my husband, and he just makes me, I don't know, I don't want to doubt him. I trust him. I want to believe in him. I've been cheated in the past, so he already knows that. He knows my history. I don't want to say divorce with my husband, but the only way I thought, what best way to do this? So I just hope he's not. I just want to get this over with and make sure that he's coming to me.
Any other
but
signs?
I'm really nervous.
Any discussions with him about this?
No, I called him yesterday with my son. He didn't pick up. He texted me saying, sorry, I was really tired from the conference. We're still here. We're really busy. And I said, okay, well, he wants to talk to you. We'll call you when he's out of school. So hopefully he picks up this time.
Okay. So, Emily, what we're going to do is bring in Patty. And Patty is going to offer roses to your husband, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do is we want to find out who he sends them to. Who is the person that he first thinks of? And then what does he write on the card?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call at Kiss FM.
Okay.
Hello?
May I speak to Jose, please?
That's me.
Hi, Jose. My name is Patty calling from Passion Flowers. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Who's this?
Patty? I'm Patty, and I'm calling from Passion Flowers. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses this morning. You can send them to whoever you want in the area. I don't need any information from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to in a note.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm in San Diego right now.
Well, we actually do have a shop in San Diego. We have 3 stores, and one is located in San Diego, so I can send it to whoever you want there. I don't need.
Great.
I could do it. I could do that today. I could do that today at no charge to you. All I need is the name of the person and the address that we're sending the flowers to.
Okay, yeah, sure. Send it to Jada.
Okay, and what do you want to put on the note?
And the message says, "Get well soon. We will get through this."
Get well soon. We will get.
Jose, it's Ryan Seacrest and
What
Ellen
are
K.
you doing?
Your voice is being broadcast on the radio, Jose. I need you to be aware of that. We have your
Okay,
wife,
who's Jada?
Emily.
Emily, what was? It's
do
just
this
a
to us?
friend. No,
What do
it's
you
just a
mean a
friend.
friend?
Emily.
They live in San Diego?
Yes.
Around near there in San Diego? Who's Jada? Are you really there for a conference? What are you doing?
I am in a conference. Emily,
Why
I'm in a
Jada?
conference right now in San Diego. Jada is just a friend. She just had a car accident, and I just sent in some flowers.
What's wrong with you? What do you mean? And you happen to have a conference in San Diego?
Yes,
No,
I told you.
don't. You're lying. You're lying to me. I called them. No conference there. You couldn't pick up and FaceTime your son last night? Are you kidding me?
Jose.
What's wrong with you?
Jose, what's
Oh my
going on
God.
in San Diego? What are you doing there?
No, I'm in a conference, and it just happens to be that my
Stop
friend
lying.
Jada, who's also in San Diego, just had a car accident, and I'm sending her some flowers.
Why do you need to get through it with her?
She was in a car accident. Like it's a traumatic, experience for her. And since I'm in town, I'm just want to give her some support.
Why are you in town? How could you do this? You want to be in San Diego for her? You can stay in San Diego. Don't you ever come back to us ever again. You know
Emily,
what
no.
you've done. How dare
Emily.
you do this to us again? Don't ever call me.
Emily, oh my God, no, Emily.
She's hung up.
I'm in a conference, Emily.
Jose, she's hung up. We'll try and get her back. Jose, are you cheating on your wife?
No, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not.
Okay, well, it's not
I'm just-
obvious to us. It's not obvious to us. Your wife actually, she called us, and before we got you on the air, she told us she was nervous to make this call to you because she feels like you're covering something up. She called the hotel, and the hotel said there's no conference on the books there.
Yeah, because the conference is not at the hotel. Like, this was a last-minute reservation, so I'm not having the conference in the hotel that I'm staying.
So how do you know Jada? How'd you guys become friends?
Okay. So, Jada and I dated before I got married, but it was just, we stood in contact as friends, but nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. We just happened to be at the same time in town.
Right, but do you think that makes your wife feel so comfortable?
No, but
It doesn't.
I'm here for a conference. It
Why
just
did you?
happens to
Okay,
be-
but you could also be there to see her. You could be there for the conference, and you could be seeing her at night, and that's why you didn't accept the FaceTime. So, are you still nurturing some sort of friendship or relationship with this ex of yours?
I just, we just text once in a while, just like a friend texts another friend, and and if last night was just because we were, we were staying with other people from the conference, and that's why I couldn't take the call.
Your wife is not picking up, just so you know. Patty's trying to get your wife back. She's not answering her phone.
The hotel says there is no conference that they know of, Jose.
Because that's not the hotel where the conference is. I'm staying in a different hotel because it was a last-minute reservation.
Jose, I hope you're being honest.
I am being honest. Nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened with Jada.
Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened.
Do you want something to happen?
No. She
Are
just
you in
had
love with
a car
Jada?
accident. No.
Are you in love with Emily?
Yes.
We hope Jada is okay from that accident. And why don't you hang up with us and get your wife?
I will do so right now.
Goodbye, Jose.
Bye.
I don't know that he's cheating, but I don't think he should be sending flowers with that message being a married man.
I think he's absolutely cheating. I think
You
he went
do?
right back to where he was before. He's dated her before, and I think he wants to mess around with her, and I think he is.
Interesting. All right, Gina, it's time for Ryan's Roses. Have you done this? before?
I did it with you one time.
All right. So here's the deal. And honestly, it's a public service. If you think someone in your relationship is just not being truthful and transparent and honest, but you can't seem to figure out what's going on, I always say, talk to them. Just communicate with them first. And then as a last resort, send us the story, and we'll see what we can do about it. So I've got Jessica on the line. Jessica, good morning.
Hi.
So here's the email we got. You say, I feel like my boss has been hitting on me. He's always complimenting me in this very flirty way. The problem is I'm married and he's married too. I want to tell my husband, but want to be sure because I know it's going to end things at work and it could be really embarrassing if I'm wrong. And before you say anything, I am his assistant and I have power of attorney, so I can give you permission to call him. Well, that's good. So we got that out of the way, the business there. This flirting, you don't enjoy the flirting because some people are flattered by it.
No, I'm not. I don't need that. All I need is from my husband. No, I don't like it from my boss.
Because I've seen people at this very radio station who are married who find flirting kind of nice because they know that they're both married and there's really no threat. I'm not saying I'm looking at any of them in the room, but they're at this radio station. And they feel like it's non-threatening flirting because they're each married, which is completely wrong. But they do find safety in that. You do not.
No, I don't. I feel uncomfortable with it.
I also know someone at this very radio company who feels safe being with a married woman, and he's a married man.
What?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're both married, but they find safety in their affair because they know they're both married.
I want to know who you're talking about.
I can't tell you, but they do work for iHeartMedia.
Wow.
I may not after telling that story.
I'm like looking on our email, who is he talking about right now?
It could be on air with Gina tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, Jessica, here, I need to know a little bit more. You're married for how long?
I've been married for about 7 years.
Okay, and kids?
Yeah, so I've been out of work for I've been raising our daughter for the past 4 years. I've only had this job for 5 months. I'm pretty new to it.
Okay. And is he older than you?
He is.
Yeah. And you are the assistant?
Right.
And when he interviewed you, did you get the sense that he was flirting with you?
No, not in the interview. Not when I first got the job. I don't know that I would have accepted it if it was right out of the gate. But he was friendly. I mean, he's a great boss. It's a very welcoming work environment. And then when he started, asking me out for drinks, I just wanted to... I mean, I don't know if he's just being friendly still, but sometimes it just seems to cross a line, and I'm beginning to get uncomfortable with it.
Okay. So you have power of attorney, so I don't need to ask your permission to call him. What's his wife's name?
His wife's name is Tammy.
Tammy. All right. Well, it's a 5-month, you're 5 months into this gig. What kind of job is it?
We work for a shipping distribution company.
Uh-huh.
So we just have tape and all the things you need to ship. But I'm more his assistant, so I handle his emails and all his connection stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, Patty's going to come in here. We're going to make this call now and see if we can find out who's top of mind with your boss.
All right.
Is there anything you want to add before we make the call?
I mean, I don't want to confront him about any of this. I don't want to talk to him about it. I just want to know whether this is what he's been trying to get at, and then I'll take it from there. I mean, I know this will probably end my job there if I have to tell my husband and all that, but
so just so I'm clear here, so you want me to get him on the phone, Patty asks him who he wants the flowers sent to, what he wants on the card, and then you want us to hang up?
Yeah, what are we supposed to tell him?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if he's
that's just,
trying to
just
send
get
me,
out. Just hang up. You don't want me to
Yeah,
say
you
anything?
And you got disconnected or something. I don't know.
Right, but you want me to come in and say he's on the air?
No, I don't want him to know that this is what this is.
Okay, the only problem is I have to tell him his voice is being broadcast. Otherwise, we have an issue here. So I can come in and say, what's his name? I can come in and say, I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and hang up. But I have to say that, or we have an issue. Is that okay?
If he just thinks that he's on the radio sending flowers, that's fine, right?
But you don't want me to interrogate him?
No, I just want to know who he's sending flowers to and what he would say.
All right, I'll walk this right up to the line of what we can do, and then I'll bail.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, all right. Patty's here. Patty, let's call her boss now to find out if her boss truly wants to send the flowers to his assistant or his wife. Good luck.
Hello.
Hi, Eric.
Yes.
Good morning. My name's Patty, and I'm calling from Maria's Flowers. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today. We are doing a promotion where we're choosing 5 customers and giving them a free bouquet plus free delivery at no charge. So if you have anybody you send them to, I will be more than happy to get that order in for you and get them out today before 6 p.m.
Yeah, let's send them to Jessica.
I'm sorry, to who?
To Jessica.
Jessica? And like always, our flowers come with a note. So who are you, what do you want to put on the note?
To my number 1.
To my number 1?
Yes.
Okay, can I put you on hold for 1 second? I just want to make sure what kind of roses I have to offer you, and I'll come back with you with that, and just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, I've got to tell him he's on the air now.
Okay.
He just sent you the flowers. You got a real problem.
Yeah.
And you're his number 1. I mean, he's married.
Yep. So am I.
We've got issues.
Okay.
Eric, I need you to know that it's Ryan Seacrest, and your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I've been asked to call you, and that's about all I can tell you. But we know that you've just sent flowers to your assistant, calling her your number 1, and we do know you're married. I'm going to let you go now. I don't want
You follow direction well.
Well, that's it. I mean, I covered everything. Jessica, I don't know what to tell you here, but he's got his eyes on you.
Yeah.
How about his wife? If his wife is listening right now, hearing this.
Ugh.
And what's he doing? Why is he sending you flowers saying you're his number 1?
I don't know. I've given him nothing back. Any of his advances, I've always just deflected.
He could, look, he could justify it by saying, oh, wait, I wanted to send those to my number 1 employee, my number 1 assistant, but I didn't give him a chance because you didn't want me to ask him any questions. But that could be it. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe you're just his number 1 employee.
If he had done nothing else, that might be true. I would be open to that. But that, in addition to the things he says to me at work, is just too much.
How are you going to go to work today?
I don't know. He has a lot of meetings. Hopefully it'll just be in passing that I'll see him.
Well, look, I'm gonna let you go. Wouldn't want to be in anybody's shoes here. Especially wife Tammy. But Jessica, thanks for reaching out to us, and good luck. I hope you don't keep the job if you don't want it, or keep the job if you do.
Thanks, guys. I really needed that.
Okay. But by the way, how about Patty here? Patty from Maria's Flowers. She's used to her own flower shop line forever. She demoted herself. Did you notice that? It's time for Ryan's Roses. As a public service, a last resort, if you cannot figure out what that missing piece is in your relationship, send us an email, and we'll see if you want to come on the air and do the call. It comes from Fullerton. She says, Ryan and Ella, my husband, went to the Angels game the other night with what he said was his friends. A few days later, I saw a mom that we know, and let's follow this, and that I'm already suspicious of in line at summer camp drop-off wearing a new Angels hat. And when she saw me, she pulled it off her head and stuffed it in her purse. Guilty.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that just says it right there. I don't even need to make the call.
Coincidence.
Why would anybody pull off a hat? Had a hat head, number one. And number two, stuffing a hat into the purse, not good for the hat.
Well.
So to me, this was panic.
All right, well, we need more than that.
The reason why she gets a little under my skin, Juliana goes on to say, is because she's very close to my husband. She's always planning play dates with him, and that alone is an issue. But after seeing her reaction, now I feel she's hiding something from me.
Besides the hat.
I agree with Juliana. Juliana?
Yes.
I agree. Hi. Listen, I agree with you about the hat thing. Why would anybody panic and take off the hat unless, I mean, is it a vanity play? Was it she didn't want you to see her with the hat on?
With the hat on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it was been really weird to me. Like, I don't know.
Why do you let your husband make plans with her for play dates?
Well, I mean, our sons definitely get along and they have fun together. So I try not to think, I don't want to think too much into it, but there's just something about the situation recently that has me feeling so weird and so stressed about it.
Could it be that your husband and this lady took the two boys to a baseball game together and didn't want to tell you because they didn't want you to feel left out?
Oh, that's not right. If that's the case, that's bad.
That is bad. I'm just saying, could your kids have been involved? Was this a play date?
Well, no. I mean, as far as I was concerned, he was just going to the game with some of his friends. I know that my son wasn't there, but he didn't mention seeing her, being with her, or anything like that. So I didn't really think anything of it until I saw her and she saw me and she took the hat off and looked like
she's guilty of something, Ellen.
She is, but is she married too?
She is, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Ew.
All right, hold on for 1 second. I want to call and hear from your husband if you're okay with it.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to her husband.
You mean the other mom's husband?
Yes.
Hey, Juliana?
Yeah.
What's this other woman's name?
Her name is Victoria.
Victoria. All right, here's what we're going to do. Patty is in here. We're going to call your husband, and Patty is going to offer him some roses. Now, we want to find out who is top of mind, who he sends them to, and then what kind of a note he attaches to it, okay?
Okay.
All right, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 8 years.
How many kids you got?
1.
Okay. All right, hang on 1 sec. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Robert?
This is Robert.
Hi, Robert. My name's Patty. I'm calling from Lulu's Flowers. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen today to receive a free dozen roses. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want today at no charge. I'm actually going to also include free delivery for you. I'm sorry. And if you order from me today, they arrive before 6 p.m. And I'm actually just doing this because I am promoting my delivery service, and I would like if you have the chance to go onto my Facebook page and like my page, which will also help me generate more customers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's totally free.
It's completely free. I'm not going to ask you for any information other than the name of the person, the address, and what do you want to put on the card. And they're very beautiful roses. They're red. And I'm going to go ahead and just call them. Let me get my paper here to get the information ready. And
okay.
Who are we going to send these today?
Let's go with Victoria.
Victoria?
Last name is.
Okay. And are we sending these to her home or her work?
To home.
And what do you want to put on the note?
Let's do more of that.
Robert, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen Kay. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now. I need you to know that. And we've got your wife, Juliana, on the line. What is going on with you and this other mom whose kids go to the same school? Clearly, you're cheating on your wife, Robert.
No.
Let's do more of what?
That?
What is that?
No.
No, it's no. That's wow. That sounds really awful. No, we went to. I went to an Angels game with her her and her husband.
Well, Juliana's on the phone. Juliana, did you know, Juliana? You didn't know that they went to the Angels game, did you?
You never mentioned that she was there at all.
I didn't go through the entire list of people who were there. She was one of the people that was there. There were like
She was
6 or 7 people.
important enough for you to send flowers to.
Red
You
roses.
didn't mention that she was there.
We sat together for like 2 innings. Things shuffled around. We ended up sitting next to each other. We talked for a little bit.
And you want to do more of that?
Go to baseball. I want to go to more of
Robert.
that.
She was wearing an Angels hat. Your wife saw her. She then took the hat off, hid it in her purse. That is guilt. Something is going on with the two of you. Just be up front and tell us what it is.
Are you sure her husband was there?
Yes, her husband was 100% there. There was a hat vendor. She said she didn't have a hat.
But then how would her husband feel?
As a joke.
Robert, how would her husband feel about you sending roses to his wife saying, let's do more of that? Not okay, my man.
They're red roses.
I'd be pissed.
And why aren't you sending them to your wife?
I don't know. I saw an opportunity to give a little gift
And to not think of your wife. You saw an opportunity and you didn't think of your wife.
I just wanted to give a friendly gift to a new friend.
Robert, it doesn't look good and it doesn't feel right to your wife. And so we have a problem. Are you cheating on your wife who's on the phone right now with us?
No, 100% no.
Are you flirting with this other mother?
I don't know how we're defining flirting. We were friendly talking.
Could you define it,
That's
Ryan,
all it
and
was.
use it in a
defining
sentence?
it. If you have to ask to define it, then you are. Robert, you're doing something wrong. You're making your wife uncomfortable, bro. Your wife doesn't feel good. Juliana, what do you think?
This. I don't even know what to believe because I know how I feel, and why, if there's nothing going on, why would she look so guilty and like take the hat off? Like, why are you even sending her flowers? That's not even a friendly gift.
Flirting. Behave as though attracted to or trying to attract someone.
Like, she's an attractive woman. She's a gorgeous woman. Like, I know that you guys are flirting. I know that you notice how she looks.
I'm so much more attracted to you than I am to her.
Well, then how come I didn't get
The bonus prize.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh, my God.
Do you have any idea what you're saying to the woman you're married to when you say that? Robert, I'm blown away. Of course something's wrong here. You're clearly you're in your mind, you're messing around with this other woman. Look, Juliana, you need to sit with your husband and find out why he thinks that he can say stuff like that and why he thinks that's okay. But it's not, Robert. I'm hanging up on you.
Bye.
Juliana, you really have a problem here.
Yeah,
I think you need to sit down with your husband and help him realize what okay is and what's not okay.
There's nothing about this situation that's okay.
I don't disagree with you, but you need to handle it with him. You know a little bit more now, okay?
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right,
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Like the fact that he
I'm
actually
so
thinks
much more
he's-
attracted to you than I am to her.
and he thinks that he's making it better by
Right.
saying that. He thinks he's digging himself out. He's digging himself deeper.
We need the instant replay of that one.
It is time for Ryan's Roses. It's a public service as a last resort in your relationship. If you need some help trying to find out what's going on and you just can't get the answers, then send us an email. Marie did in Sylmar. We're going to get into this call now. If you're about to make the transition from the car into work, iHeartRadio, always on your phone. Then you don't have to miss out on anything here. Marie, thanks for coming on. I'm going to read your email here to everybody, all right?
Sure.
So, Sisney, she says, Ryan, I went to Walgreens. I got those smart coupons printed out, the ones that show similar things to your previous purchases, and I don't want to get into what they were for, but they were very provocative, like protection and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, honestly, we have no need for protection or any of those other things. So wait, so you went and you bought these things?
I didn't know. I didn't buy them. That's why
you got the smart coupons for them,
coupons.
which indicates somebody else was buying them.
Right.
Exactly.
Previous
And
Got it.
that's why
Okay.
I'm so freaked out because it wasn't me.
Right. Okay. So, by the way, now the smart coupon is the smoking gun. Mm-hmm. You know, who would have thought back in the day that you'd have a smart coupon that'd be the smoking gun?
And I hardly even like pay much attention to them, you know. But like there was like a ton of like, you know, it was just like this really long like coupon. You know, the receipt was really long, so I was just, you know, like quickly glanced in it, and then all of a sudden these things were catching my eye, and I was like embarrassed for one, and you know, I know how those work, but, you know, usually you get coupons for things that you're buying.
Yeah,
often,
right.
Or it's on your previous purchase and, you know.
Yeah, things that you're buying or things they think you might want to buy based on what you have bought. And
exactly. So, I mean, I don't even know. I'm like,
right.
You know, I'm totally freaking out.
So, well, and I would too if I had never purchased these things and all of a sudden they were coming up so deliberately. Oh, it could be random, but they're smart coupons, so maybe it's not so random. All right, well, let me ask you, how long have you been married?
Oh, well, I mean, we've been married. We have 3 kids, and we've been married for 7 years.
Now, Marie, what we're going to do is we're going to offer your husband some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to and what he puts on the card, okay?
Okay.
So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband and see who he's going to send flowers to on Kiss FM.
Okay, got it. Patty, all set here?
Yes.
And if you're just joining us, apparently her husband was at Walgreens buying condoms and other things for activities like that because she got smart coupons when she went back into Walgreens that were for those same things.
But we don't know if he was, but yeah, that's a possibility.
We don't know, but I mean, I guess we could talk to Walgreens.
Maybe there's a glitch. Maybe there's a glitch at Walgreens.
I mean, maybe she didn't know from Walgreens.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
If
he's been
that
acting
could be
really
random.
strange too, so I don't think it's random. Like, I feel like there's just something about it that just
All right.
feels like something else.
All right, let's make the call here. So be very quiet. Here we go, okay?
Hello?
May I speak to Paul?
This is him.
Hi, good morning, Paul. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, my name's Patty. I'm calling from Celebration Flowers. I'm calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. They're completely free, and you can send it to whoever you want this morning at no cost to you. I'm also adding the free delivery, which means that you don't have to pay anything, and you can choose whoever you want, and I make sure they get delivered today by 6 p.m., and you can choose between red bouquets or white, and I have a few themes. I have thinking of you, miss you, I love you, and get well soon. And you can choose from those 4 as well.
Interesting. How did you come across my number?
You may have purchased something online in the past 5 months, and you opted to receive coupons and promotions. And when somebody does that, I get that information, and I'm able to get customers that way and offer my my discounts.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'll do it. So how does this?
You just give me the name of the person you're going to send them to, the address, and you tell me from the packages I have which one you want, and they get delivered. So let's start with the name. It's probably going to be okay.
Venus. No. You just make it VV.
I'm sorry?
2V. Just VV.
V, the initial?
Yes.
Okay, so to V. And what do you want to put on the note?
Just say, thinking of you.
Thinking of you. And do you want this signed Paul?
Yes.
Okay, Paul, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And we have got your wife, Marie, on the line. Who is Vivi? Is that what you said? Vivi? Is it Vivi or V?
Excuse me.
Who is this? this.
Who did you say you were?
Your wife. That's your wife, Marie.
You know, Paul?
Yeah. Who's the woman you just sending the flowers to with that note?
Wait, I am so confused here. You guys set me up?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
No. Paul.
You set me up for this.
No, Paul. Just a couple easy questions.
No.
Who's the woman that you sent the flowers to?
That is none of your business. And I'm wondering why it is that I'm getting set up by this.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it is some of my business, Paul, because I'm married to you, and I deserve to know who you're sending roses to if it's not me.
Thinking of you was the card.
Who are you thinking of?
Oh, man, this is good. There's no recovering from this, is there?
Hey, Paul, let me ask you. I've been to Walgreens.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a Walgreens.
What was some of your last purchases at Walgreens? You recall?
No. One of those.
Well, I have a pretty good idea what some of your last purchases were at Walgreens, Paul, because I just found out that, you know, the last time that I was there, I was just getting coupons for all sorts of really fun things that I've never bought in there before. So obviously you're spending lots of money on things that I just feel really uncomfortable.
You've never been there before. How did you get? What did you got coupons from stuff that I've never purchased?
No, for stuff that I've never purchased that obviously you've been purchasing, and I imagine that they're probably for this
like what?
DV or whatever person.
So you said Venus before Vivi. So there's a woman named Venus here, and your wife wrote to us to simply just try and help out here and find out what's going on. But she said that when she was there at Walgreens, the smart coupons that were printed up were for condoms and other things in that category. And so it is her belief that you are going there to buy this protection, and it's our belief that you might be using it on Venus.
You know what? I don't ever go into Walgreens. I don't buy the things.
No, you just told me you did.
Yeah.
Wait, I just asked if you've been to Walgreens, and you said you had been.
I have been to a Walgreens, I'm sure, once in the last 3 months or so.
Okay, and did you buy some condoms there?
No.
You didn't. All right. Well, did you buy anything else that would be in that category of adult entertainment?
God. Okay. We'll talk about this later, okay? I don't want this right all over it.
We talked to you recently, Paul, so obviously there's been a lot going on that we really need to talk about. So I really hope that you could actually make some time for me and for your family and actually have a conversation with me, because I think I deserve that.
He actually is hung up on us. I can see on the line he's hung up.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Marie, the fact that he's sending flowers to Venus thinking of you, we got problems.
Yeah.
We got problems.
Yeah.
Why don't I'm going to call Walgreens and you work on your husband tonight, okay?
Okay.
And good luck, sweetheart. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, my feeling is this guy's guilty. You can just tell by if he wasn't doing anything wrong, then he should have explained it.
Yeah.
Then he tells me he's been to Walgreens, then he's never been to Walgreens, then he's been to Walgreens.
Then he's maybe once in the last 3 months. Like, yeah.
And then the guy sends flowers to Venus thinking of you, not his wife.
Yeah. Or he changes it too, so he didn't want to put her full name. Then he wanted to do like just the nickname or her initials or whatever.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. So, Gina, this is a public service that Ellen and I have been doing for over 10 years now on KISS. And the way this works is we say, look, if there's something happening in your relationship and you can't understand what's going on, or you just don't have the peace of mind you need, then you should address that with your partner. If you can't get the information you want, feel free to reach out to us, send us an email, and then we'll look at the email. We'll call you, see if you want to tell the story on the air. And that's kind of where we are with Rachel.
Okay, so you pretty much ruin lives?
No, we don't ruin lives.
Just kidding. No,
we're helping.
Okay.
Yeah,
everybody, though, that is from LA loves Ryan Roses.
But do they love it because it's helping someone out, or do they love it because it makes them feel better about the craziness in their own lives?
I think B.
Yeah.
They love the drama.
Because I find it interesting how many people are disappointed if we hear from someone that's not cheating.
I know, right?
Like they're let down.
Boring.
Okay, let me grab Rachel. Rachel's story here. Rachel, thanks for coming on with us in Huntington Beach. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing all right. Thank you.
All right, let me read this email. She says, my fiance and I were getting married in less than 3 weeks. Things have been amazing. Some of his cousins arrived last weekend, and they all went out. This wasn't the bachelor party. This was just a night out with the guys. He didn't come home that night and said they just stayed at one of his friends' house because they were all drunk. That made sense to me, but I felt he was trying to avoid me the whole day after he came home. I asked his sister if she knew where they had gone, and at first she looked at me like it was a crazy question, and then said, he's my brother. That's all she said. So what am I supposed to think? My wedding's weeks away. So all right, he goes out, he doesn't come home, and she looks at you and says, he's my brother, as if she knows something that he did that's wrong. Did she look like she was full of guilt knowledge?
She was just being weird. I mean, I couldn't tell if she knew something, but she seemed defensive, like, he's my brother.
Like, I'm taking his side. He's my brother.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like, if I know something, I'm not going to tell you. And she, by the way, is one of my bridesmaids. I mean, Maggie's been a really close friend of mine. We've been together for 6 years, so she's like my sister. And, I mean, she was pulled up in my driveway. She didn't even get out of the car. She was being really weird and not compassionate.
But do you not think you're jumping to conclusions here? I mean, this seems a little panic-oriented. The fact that he went out, it's very likely that they had a great time. It's family. They're cousins, right? So they have fun. I mean, it's like I'm having my buddies come in from Atlanta. I haven't told you about this yet, guys. I'm having 7 of my buddies I grew up with in Atlanta.
No way.
I'm taking them out. I mean, you know, they're all married. They got kids. They would overconsume.
Yeah.
And then I could see them. Well, they're going to crash in mine because they're invited. But I could see this happening with them, and then their wives would be fine with it. But I feel like you're just jumping to this panic without any sort of reason to think he might be cheating. Like, do you think that there's another woman? Do you think that he doesn't want to take the next step? What's your concern?
I mean, the reason that I am feeling this way isn't because he didn't come home that night. I was cool with that. That I would rather him stay at his friend's house than drive drunk, you know? And I've never had a trust issue with him. But I'm telling you, he has been so weird to me. It's like he doesn't really.
He's getting married in 3 weeks. What do you think? He's not going to be not weird.
Well, he's like avoiding me though, and it feels. I don't know. It feels like there's just something going on in his head, and I don't know if it's that he accidentally did something when he was drunk that night, or.
I think he's just panicked because he's marrying you, not you, but getting married.
Well. Then he should talk to me about it.
I agree. I hope you're wrong, because it does sound like she's over, like, just panicking.
I think so.
Yeah.
Rachel, do you want to marry this man?
Absolutely, yes.
You're not looking for an out here.
No.
Okay. Rachel, I want to call him if you don't mind. What we're going to do is bring Patty in. She's pregnant, and she's going to offer your fiance some roses. What we want to find out is who he's going to send them to, and then, of course, what he puts on the card. Now, it would be extremely bizarre for him to send them to any other woman that would not be you 3 weeks out from your wedding. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Yes, I absolutely give you permission. Thank you so much.
Okay, and what's his name? All right, good luck. We're going to put you, just be very quiet. Let's see if we can find out. Patty's dialing him up now, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Andrew?
That's me.
Andrew, hi, my name's Patty, and I'm calling from Flowers for Any Day. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. I'm calling 5 people today, and you're one of them. What you can get here is a free bouquet plus free delivery at no charge to you. All I need is the name of the person you want to send them to and a note, and I make sure they get delivered today by 6 p.m. the latest.
Can I just ask, did I win a contest or something?
It's technically a contest. What happened is you may have bought something online a few weeks ago, and you opt in for promotions and coupons, and there's one of the promotions you get.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So let's start with the, am I delivering this to a business or a residence?
To a residence.
Residence?
In fact, you'd be delivering it to my residence because I would like to deliver the flowers to my fiancée, Rachel.
Andrew, it's Ryan Seacrest and Gina on 102.7 Kiss FM. How are you? Hello? Hello? Andrew? Hello? Andrew? Patty, call him back. Can you call him back?
Yes, I'm calling him back now.
Hey, Rachel, bear with us for 1 second. It looks like when I told him he's on the air, he hung up. That was your fiance, right?
Yeah.
All right, what we're going to... So, Gina, this is your first.
Yes.
So we have to tell them that they're on the air. He then hung up. Usually guys don't, believe it or not, but he did. So Patty's trying to get him back. Rachel, I want to try and get him back on the air so we can get some answers for you about what was going on that night. Patty, did you get him?
Yeah, well, I'm on the phone with him.
Okay. And what's he saying? Why did he hang up?
He's not happy with the fact that we called him on the radio.
I understand.
Hold on, okay?
Yeah. You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to him.
Okay.
Andrew, no, I understand. Well,
So,
the reason she did...
Okay, Rachel?
Yes.
Is he, what's the right word? What kind of guy is he? Does he complain? He's complaining to Patty right now about us calling him, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Patty? Does
he
he
doesn't
complain?
complain a lot.
He does not?
Is he an angry guy?
But
Is he angry?
he has a temper from time to time, but not very often.
Does he have a temper?
Here and there, but I mean, not.
All right, hold on. Do you have him?
Yes.
What's the problem?
He's just not happy with us calling him.
Right.
But
Will he go on the air?
No, he won't.
All right. Do you have him on your handset?
I told him we called him because his
Rachel asked us
fiance-
to call, right?
Yes,
Okay, can
and
you
he
ask him that? Do you have him on the phone now?
Yes,
All right, ask him this. What was he doing crashing at the house? Tell him that Rachel reached out to us and feels like he was up to something. Is there any reason for her to be concerned?
Yes. Yes, we understand that.
Can you ask him that? Rachel,
okay.
I'm talking through Patty to him.
She just all she wants to know, and Ryan also wants to know this. I know.
Is
that
what was
is
going
there
on
any
at the house?
reason why? Is there any reason your fiance should be concerned?
So what's happening, Rachel, is apparently he's yelling
he
at
wants
Patty.
to talk to her, not to us.
He wants to talk to you, not to us. Ask him, does he want to marry Rachel?
Do you want to marry your fiance? He says it's more complicated than that, and it's not my business.
What?
What would be complicated, Rachel? He said it's more complicated than that.
I have no idea.
Okay.
No, I understand.
All right. So Patty's dealing with him. This is
guys
Gina.
are
This is not
crazy.
the way it generally happens. Rachel, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking at Patty's face. Rachel, here's what you need to do. I'm going to let you hang up with us. Your fiance's angry at us for calling him. Patty's still on the line with him, but based on her face, it's not a great conversation. And when we just asked him, does he want to get married to you? He said it's complicated. So this is not good. I didn't think that this sounded like a problem, but I think you're 3 weeks from marriage. This is not good. We're going to let you go. And Patty, I'm going to let her go. Are you still on with this guy?
Yeah, he's.
Okay, I'm going to let her go. So hang up with him. If he's angry with you, let him go.
She will call you right now.
Let him go. Okay, Rachel, I'm going to let you go too, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good luck, sweetheart. And we're here every day. You can let us know if we can do anything else. I'm sorry, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, generally, that's not the way this happens.
It's rough.
3 weeks from a wedding, and it's complicated.
What does that mean?
It's not good.
From a guy, if a guy says it's complicated at all,
It's not.
good.
It's not good. I mean, this guy should be doing everything she says 3 weeks out.
You think?
That's all he should be doing.
Especially after spending a long night out of drinking and
Exactly.
not coming
Like
home.
he needs to be doing that. It's time for Ryan's Roses.
Okay.
Here's the email that we got. It says, Ryan and Ellen, I looked at my husband's phone and I noticed a lot of unknown calls coming in. I saw a text from an unsaved number that only said, okay, cool. Normally, this wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't for the fact that he told me the other night that he stayed up late catching up on Game of Thrones. Well, when I looked at the DVR, none of the episodes had been watched. Okay, so the issue here is nothing was unhighlighted. It was all still bold.
Okay, what if some station was just doing a marathon and he really did watch it live? You know what I mean? He could have just been on TV.
She says something's not right. He's lying about something. I really feel that the unsaved number has a lot to do with it. Well, he said he stayed up late catching up. Mm-hmm. See, catching up on Game of Thrones. Now, yes, they do rerun them.
Yeah.
So that actually it is possible.
He could have been catching up live.
It's possible.
Right.
I think it's highly unlikely at these hours, but possible.
Well, I think that the bigger question is why does she feel something else is wrong? There must be something else.
Well,
besides
Sandy, I agree with you. Sandy's on with us now. Hey, Sandy, so the Game of Thrones, sure, the okay, cool. Why do you even think that he's messing around on you? What's the reason here?
Mainly, I mean, I I saw these unknown calls on his phone, and normally, you get an unknown call, it's like a few seconds, even if you answered it. They were multiple minutes, which I thought was weird, but I didn't really think of anything. And then, I don't know, there was like the unknown text, and it was really late at night, like on a night that I was asleep in the house. And then on top of that, the next morning, the car was moved, and he had like a really weird explanation for it, and like something completely out of the norm for him. He never goes to McDonald's in the middle of the night. It's just a very strange explanation, and I don't know. And then he said he was up watching Game of Thrones, and none of the episodes were watched.
I think we've created paranoia.
How?
Just by doing these calls. I think now, like one confusing beat in a relationship, and all of a sudden it's email us and make a roses call.
Right.
We're not trying to create paranoia.
No.
This is the antithesis of that.
Well, you've created great fear for yourself.
That I was born with.
Oh.
But we're trying to create peace of mind in relationships.
It's a public service.
So, Sandy, how long have you been married?
About a year and a half.
And how many kids do you have?
We don't have any.
None. You planning on it?
I mean, yeah, we haven't like started seriously having the conversation yet, but it's
usually I think that conversation would happen before you get married. Really?
I mean, I'm starting to try.
Okay. Like that you both want them, but you haven't talked about when.
Yeah. Yes. When we talked, like when we got engaged, yes, we both wanted kids.
Did you not investigate by calling this unknown number and finding out who answers?
I haven't, simply because I thought I was being paranoid, but now I don't know. I guess that's why I'm reaching out for help.
Okay, let me ask you one thing. Where were you the evening he said he was watching GOT?
I was asleep in bed at home.
And he was at home watching in another room?
That's what he told me.
Wouldn't you know if he wasn't there? Wouldn't you sense that?
I'm pretty deep sleeper.
So you think he would have left the house?
I mean, I don't know. It's very strange. The same night he leaves the house for a very strange reason.
Hey, Sandy, is there, do you have in your mind who the other woman could be, or is it just arbitrary?
I have no idea.
There's no one in your mind that you've thought about?
No one.
All right, I'm going to bring in Patty. So here's what we're going to do. Patty is going to call him and offer him some flowers. And what we want to do is hear from him and have him, while we're listening, have him send the flowers to somebody. Find out what that name is. And then Patty's going to follow up with the question to find out what the message is, what the sentiment is, what the emotion is.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Justin?
Yeah, this is him. Who's this?
This is Patty calling from Lupus Flowers. How are you, Justin?
I'm fine.
I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. I'm calling 5 customers today, and they get free delivery and no charge. So what I'm doing is offering this bouquet, which you can choose red or white roses. And it will also include a note, and you can send that to anybody you want today, and they get delivered by 6 p.m.
You said they're free?
They're completely free. I don't need a credit card number or a billing address, none of that information. All I need is the name of the person.
Subscribe.
I'm sorry?
I have to subscribe to some service or...
No, not at all. What I usually do is just, on special occasions, usually the holidays, I send out coupons to your residents. And, in hopes that I can get some orders from you, but that's all that would happen.
All right, yeah.
Awesome. So do you want red or white roses? Hello? Hello, Justin? Can you hear me?
I think you lost him. Sandy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Again?
We're gonna try him back. All right, hold on one sec. We're gonna try him back here because I think he dropped, but sometimes at that moment someone will hang up. Sandy, I just want to make sure. If he picks back up, we may be okay. But he might have hung up. It sounded, I thought I heard a little bit of cell phone there at the end.
Yeah, I think it was his
like
phone.
he's hanging on for life,
Right.
To stay connected. So let's dial him back up. Okay, it's ringing.
Hello, Justin?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think the call dropped.
Yeah, I could hear you. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's okay. So let's just continue with the order. Did you say red or white roses?
White roses.
Okay. And am I sending this to a residence or a place of business?
Yeah. No, residence.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, so who are we going to send them to? Her name or his name?
Angelica, please.
And what do you want to put on the note?
I can just write anything.
Anything you like. Just, no more than, a sentence.
If you could just put, please forgive me.
Please. Signed, Justin.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. That's or love Justin maybe.
Okay, that sounds good.
Justin, I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we have your wife Sandy on the line. What is going on with Angelica? Why are you asking her to please forgive you? Love you.
Justin.
Justin? Hello? Justin?
He's gone.
Hello? Patty?
He's gone.
He hung up.
Well, call him back.
Okay.
Sandy?
Do
you know who Angelica is?
I don't.
Please forgive me. Love Justin.
Love Justin?
We have a real issue here.
Yeah.
Please forgive me, love Justin. By the way, I was concerned he might have heard me when we called back because I said it's ringing just at the same time that he picked up.
Oh.
And then somebody's rustling papers.
Oh.
So I was
didn't
worried.
hear any of that.
I was worried that maybe he didn't
Yeah.
seem to pick up on that. Are you calling him?
Yeah, no answer.
Sandy, he's not picking up. Do you don't know who Angelica is? That doesn't ring a bell?
No, not at all.
Look, you got a real, this to me is a real situation because
Yeah.
if he's asking, please, well, first of all, he says love Justin, so that's a problem.
Yeah.
If that's not a family member, that's a problem. All right. The only out I see would be sister, mother.
Is she?
Sister, mother, cousin.
Yeah. No.
Sister, mother, cousin,
No,
niece, nephew.
No and no. No.
Family member. That's it. If not, then there's no reason to, and please
forgive me for what?
That is a real problem. Well, you have now enough information. He's not picking up. Patty keeps trying him. I can see her on the line.
Yeah.
You now have at least some information, but I'm so sorry. I do think you've got a real problem here.
Oh my God.
You sure you don't know who that is?
I mean, I suppose it could be someone he works with. I don't know his work group all that well.
I wonder, do you, so if it's you, Ellen, do you take
Yeah.
a beat? I mean, he knows it was her on the phone. Has he
Right.
not called you yet? I can't
No,
believe he
I
hasn't
haven't
called
heard
your cell
from
phone when we're
I
talking
know.
to you. That's crazy. Like the first thing you would do is you think is panic and call you. Because I don't know that, did he hear her voice? I don't know that he heard her voice. We told him. Then he bailed.
Yeah.
So he may not know.
He may not.
He may not, yeah. But I thought he would be
But-
calling you. But I guess the question is, do you go find out who Angelica is first, or do you go right to him now? You got to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Well, take those two steps in tandem when we hang up right now, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you, guys.
Good luck, baby. Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Well, I think she calls him first.
You do?
Mm-hmm. And then says,
And then says, what's going on? I mean,
Talk
look,
to me.
first of all, the guy hung up. Guilt. Okay?
right.
The guy sends a message, please forgive me, love Justin. Guilt.
Yeah.
There's no getting out of that.
No.
I can't think of any scenario that we've heard in the past that gets him out of that.
nope.